action!
The Violinist is a story that shows the different dynamics between a father and son relationship, where we have a young boy who really wants to play the violin, but his father just wants him to focus on school. So he kind of secretly goes behind his back and learns how to play the violin with his grandfather.
I thought about a story about an artist that no matter the obstacles that he has to go through, he still believes that he can do it. So that's when I created Sebastian, the character of Sebastian.
The story is very interesting because, like, I haven't heard of a family not supporting them.
What?
I don't care about these stupid grades. I want to play the violin.
You're not playing with us anymore! No! We got it in HD, baby. Yeah.
I guess he loves him so much and he wants his kid to do so good that frustrates him. And that last scene that we filmed about me going at it and breaking the violin, it's frustration. It's that passion that he has. I identify with that.
It was hard to capture how Sebastian felt when the violin breaks. I mean, the whole world of his comes down, and I try to use violins very high in a way that they just express the silence and the sensitivity of what Sebastian is feeling at that moment.
So then I had to create an obstacle for Sebastian. So that's when I created Sebastian's father, the character of Will, the reason. The reason that actually conflicts with the love that the kid has.
Sebastian!
Yes, Dad?
Did you finish your homework?
At the end, I have to connect the character that connects both of them. The character of Peter, the grandfather.
I need to rest.
Yeah, just make that pause. Like I need to rest.
Okay.
Okay. That was great.
Okay.
So it's Spanish for like, wake up, you're gonna see him and you're gonna smile because he's like telling you to go to the park. Okay, this is part of the montage. Okay, that's without sound.
Okay.
So when you see him, smile.
This character is about that in society he never makes it as an artist, but still he believes that he can do what he wants to do.
It's a very it's a family type of film, and I like the relationship with the father and the son, the grandson, and it makes for a, I think, appealing story.
How are you? I'm fine now.
Oh, I love Ralph. He plays Peter, my father, in the movie, and he's a really fun guy to be around. He has this passion for life, and we're talking about wine and his enthusiasm for tequila and going down to Mexico to do a little tour, and I enjoy that about him. He's a freewheeling man, but he has a lot of years of acting experience as well. So you get to talk about a lot of stuff that he did. I mean, for instance, he was in the set of Blade Runner back in 1982. And he was telling me about that story, right? Yeah, it's fun.
I think David and Barry, I call him, are very nice. They have supported me this entire time, so.
Here's me. This is 1957. See what this business does to you? It ages you real fast.
Well, I like the idea that it's a small cast, like I say, with the gentleman, David, who plays my son, and then my grandson, his name is Sean. You know, I mean, it's even though it's a serious drama, just working with the actors, I like the fact that they have a sense of humor, so we can kind of kid around, you know, during the lunch break. And
Not even playing the violin the right way, dude. So you know, a musician.
For the crew, it was the first time that I was working with the crew. We became closer and we started to know each other, how everybody worked in different ways.
The very first days was a little bit tough. Let's say it wasn't as smooth as the later days. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we worked very well. We were in pace. We were, I had Theressa, the UPM, always behind me, telling me the time, and Talia, the producer, also, telling me we have only 5 minutes to get this done. So by the end of it, we actually learned how to work a lot better.
33, since we have the setup, and then he has to change again to 13.
Oh, okay,
for
so
this
Ralph
one.
stays the same.
And Ralph stays with the same. So 13, we're gonna shoot it.
I'm production designer, so I am in charge of the props. And luckily I know how to kind of tune a violin, so I'm tuning it so that we can use it.
Whenever you're ready.
We had a mirror here and we needed to cover it, so I just decided to make a painting for Sebastian that he painted himself.
There's this concept. No.
David, I need you to be closer to the frames. There. On the set, I was kind of, let's say, like the boss of the camera department. I had my gaffers helping me, looking at the overhead diagrams of the lights and the blocking, so we would get the shots right how Nick wanted. So I figured that working with a 5D was the closest thing to being, I don't have to learn anything out of that camera. I know how to work it out. I know the good things that it has, and I know the bad things that the 5D has. Can you go like this? No, you're not gonna play anything now.
The master shots.
I want to see.
You have to play basically the whole piece.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter that you don't know.
Now,
but still, I want you to look at him. How you can play it.
How to do that.
Basically, how he plays it.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, the movements, so you can copy the movements.
So just stay here.
Yeah, just stay him and look at him. And then you're gonna change. Yeah.
String shadow there. You
think I see. I see the shadow.
Something I should.
No, yeah, so that's not gonna look very.
How much the bouncer can.
Of course, plan A was to get a kid that can act and play the violin, but that never happened. So my plan B was to get a kid that can act and a kid that can play the violin. So then we can do movie magic in the film. So when we started to do casting calls, I began to post casting calls also for young musicians that they can play the violin.
Colin Cap, number 24.
He came to the audition, he played a piece, and that was wonderful.
At first, the recording process, it seemed a little scary because the piano was in one room and I was in another. So I was wondering how I was going to cue the piano in or start with the piano on time so I could make the recording the best. But then they gave me the headphones and that was pretty cool. It was definitely a great experience. I think it was fun, and yeah, I definitely do it again.
It was interesting because that's the first movie I've done it like that, because I haven't had someone else do my role, like if I can't do something, they would tell me how to do it, but since I don't know how to play the violin, Colin did it for me, so it was interesting. It was a new experience.
Today is this day that we're scoring the film. Here Facundo composed the music, and we'll be recording with Kristen and two violinists, Francis and Idanis, and Phil is helping us out to record the whole music for the film.
Yeah, just happy to be in the temple with Francis.
I know, yeah.
It follows the same 1, 2, 3, 4. The difference between a film composer and a composer itself is like the film composer really makes the music for the film, mostly just subtle melodies that emphasize the scene of what's happening in the story, and they just tell how alive the music is.
Cut. Right. Okay, we're through with this.